Welcome back to to another video, guys. Today, this is going to be a pretty short video. Today I'm talking about Capture the Flag, specifically the maps of Capture the Flag. So ignore Seabreeze, Jungle, and Illusion. These are the only 3 maps that ever get voted for. And City Block when there's a VIP around. Kingdom, Towers, and Pirates are basically the 3 main maps you're ever going to play on in Capture the Flag. And the most popular one of the 3 is Kingdom. The main issue with Kingdom is that it's the worst map. Okay, thank you, El Turbo 10K. The main issue is just that it's completely. I'm sorry. Are we just stabbing random people now? Okay. I'm gonna have to find a better place to stand. But anyways, the issue with Castle is basically that it's practically impossible to capture your opponent's flag without an entire army storming through your enemy's gates. Because you're gonna get, usually if your enemies are not all at your enemy's base, not your enemy's base, usually if your enemies aren't all at your base, then there's going to be like 10 or 20 people just casually sitting inside the castle. So once you break in, you're just going to get swarmed and slaughtered. Because the only gear you get is this freaking 2.5 heart, like 4-hit iron axe, half a stack of wooden blocks that you've already used, and 8 bread that you've probably already eaten 3 of. And you get like a compass. Like, bro, why do we even get a compass? You don't even need it. So you're just gonna get like instantly killed. So games on Castle are just like you kill one person, and you've lost anywhere from like 75% of your health to 25% of your health. Then you fight another guy, and you either die, or you're like on super low HP, and you get killed by a third person. Like you can't even like fight more than 2 people at a time, unless you're like a sweat. Then you can fight maybe like half of your enemy team. It's just like. You're just cooked because you don't got any gear. And, like, if you do get gear, you're going to, like, immediately die because there's, like, barely any diamond gear. And, like, if you just go after enemies, you're just going to get swarmed and die anyways. The gear is just not good enough to keep you alive. You're just getting swarmed by people who are capable of 4-shotting a normal guy. When there's, like, 5 of them on you, you're going to die. There's just no way around it, bro. Because the gear you get is like leather and gold and maybe like 1 diamond thing if you loot well. Maybe 2 if you're super lucky. But in order to actually get the flag, you have to like run there like 3 times, time it really well, have like a couple teammates with you. And by a couple I mean like 3 or 4 usually. If you're in a like low player match like this one appears to be, I would say you would need at least like 3 other people, or you'd have to get like super lucky to actually get the flag. But the main issue with Castle is just way too easy to defend, way too hard to attack. That's my issue with Castle. Then you got the other maps, which I think are actually pretty good. You got Towers, which I'm not on right now, so I can't really show you it. So actually, let's keep talking about Castle. So the main areas where you would actually, what I would recommend doing, this is what I do like every match usually, I would go to your tree here, and because inside of it there's a way to get up here, and up there you can get some loot. I would recommend then going down into the ground and taking the ground route over to either here or there, because there are loot chests inside of the tunnels. Then going up to the other tree, and then using that tree to bridge over to your enemies. That's what I like to do on this map. There are other strats you could have, but there's like a whole system of tunnels, and unless you want to have to fight 2 people before going to your enemy's base, it's really the only way to go. The only real way to go without fighting like 2 people before going into the enemy base is through the tunnels. You can also use the tunnels if you wanted to, instead of going directly to your enemies inside of them, you could go behind them on this side using the tunnels. There's a tunnel, like the tunnels will take you out here, the dirt ones. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to talk about for Castle. I don't think there's any other like I don't think there's any other maps going on. Like there's just like one match. Everyone gets put in this match. Towers is pretty simple. It's the same loot, so everyone's 4-shot. So it's still the same crappy PvP. But the good news is that the ground is very flat. The flags are very exposed, and you have to actually run a bit to get to your flags. Meaning that people don't just immediately spawn on top of their flags, meaning that if you kill them, you're going to get like at least 5 to 10 seconds of time before they spawn back and jump on top of you. So you can actually kill someone and take the flag, unlike just killing people and then just dying because you can't even get the flag, or just running to the flag and then dying because you didn't kill anyone and you haven't freed up any space. So you can actually take the flag single-handedly. It's mostly just, instead of like having bad design, it's good, it's like okay design, but it's really just all PvP. So it's more PvP based. Then you have Pirates, my personal favorite map. Pirates has a lot of flat terrain, but it also has islands, and it's covered in water. You can just swim, which is slow, or you can use their blocks to basically do this. If I may give a demonstration. You can do this, but in water. Also, you would get much more penalized for missing. Normally, I'm better. I think I'm better at this on water. But basically, you can do that, and it's the fastest way to go. So there's a lot more skill involved in pretty much everything on that map. So in my opinion, it's the best map. Because there's skill involved in moving right. There's skill involved in, like, there's still, like, some skill involved in PvP. The main issue is that it's still really easy to defend. Way more easy to defend than it is to attack. Because the map is so large and there's a bunch of water. So moving, it's like longer periods of time for both sides. But regardless, even though you still have to take like a long time to like get back, it takes a much longer time to get back to your own base. So unless you have a trail of wood blocks going the whole way, you're basically gonna die. Unless you've got teammates covering your back. So if you run the map a couple times and you don't really waste your blocks, there's a good chance that you can just get in and out. And if your if your enemies are bad enough, you can get in and out a couple times and you can just take the flag without really dying or having enemies stop you. Anyways, that's pretty much Pirates. Pirates, there's also another interesting thing about Pirates. Normally, if you're getting shot at, how I would recommend protecting you, like what I would normally do is blocking like this. You would place a block here. And normally I would place a whole bunch of them like this. But on the pirate map, placing blocks like this lets your enemies walk over to you. Like they can walk on the blocks and then you're cooked. Unless you got good comboing skills. In which case they walk on over there and you're like you're just comboing them in the air. Which would be a lot harder because like if they've got enough armor they can oh wait, I forgot you don't get armor. But they can still survive that if they're like lucky. And then they're out of reach and you're forced to shoot them. PvP on Pirates is kind of painful sometimes, but it's a lot slower, it's a lot more slow paced, and it's a lot more skill based. It's like way funner than I would say any other map. And while there are 3 other maps, none of them ever get voted for except for the city one. And the city one, I mean, I don't know, man. I haven't even, like, I only played on it once. But, basically, those 3 are the only maps that ever get voted for and capture the flag. My strategy for winning the actual, like, towers map would just be basically to just run for it. Like, just run for it, run straight there, run straight back, do it over and over again. Don't kill people, like, try and avoid players. only kill whenever you have to. You're probably going to die once every run. If you manage to take their flag and then you run off with it and make it back, you're probably going to have a couple people tailing you. You'll probably want to die fighting those people, allowing your teammates to come back and kill them, instead of allowing your flag to get captured and them to take it back. So you probably want to die to reset. So probably going back and forth 3 times, getting as many, you got to get as many captures as possible. If you've got a teammate that's got the flag, I would just recommend helping to protect them. Because, that's generally the best idea anytime on any of these maps. Unless your teammate is across the map, in which case it's better for you to go on your own adventure and try to get the flag whenever it comes back, whether through getting reclaimed by your enemy team or through your team claiming it and it getting reset. But unless they're too far away, I would recommend going and helping them. As long as they're as long as they're close to you. If they're almost at the edge of your render distance, I don't know if I could even recommend helping them. Unless your render distance is like mine. I don't know. I'm not sure if I would actually recommend helping them if they're that far out. Maybe more a little bit closer, but at the end of the day, that's probably more up to your call than mine, because you never know. Situations can vary. For pirates, basically, I would just recommend speed, just speed run going for the enemy's flag. It's on the left side, your left of the enemy ship. So you go in this direction past the ship. Let's say the ship is there. You go that way to those docks. That's where the flag will be, unless it's been captured. So you just do that. I would recommend, I can't really show you it very well without actually going there. So unless you got a pirate game actively going, I can't really show you it. It's pretty easy to explain a towers game, but... Oh, what is this map? Oh, wow, guys, this is a surprise. I never see this map, hardly ever. Okay, well, apparently this map can be voted for, so let me just look out here. This map appears to be very, more or less PvP based. It's it basically is Castle, apparently, without the wall in the middle. And with more loot. From what I can tell, this would probably... This appears to have the same or similar problems to Castle due to your opponents being able to drop down. So it's just an easier version of Castle. I don't know what this map is actually called, though. Let me check if I can find out what it's called. Illusion. So Illusion is basically just easier version of Castle, slightly better because it's not as divided up and it's got an easy mid to reach. And it's still got the same issues. In fact, I would actually argue the flag issue is even worse because you don't even have a wall separating you and the flag once you drop down. You don't really have much separating you, but you got a tiny bit of distance. You're not able to just hit someone who's on the freaking throne whenever you respawn in Castle. But here, you drop down, you can instantly start critting them out. So you can just sacrifice yourself at the gate. You respawn, you just... it's not even that hard. But anyways, that's pretty much my advice on this map. I didn't think, this has only been voted for a couple of times. I low-key forgot what this map even looked like. I almost never see it voted for ever. You can't break blocks, bro. My recommended strategy on this is just... honestly, I don't know what else to recommend other than just rush. Because I don't know anything else. I don't know any strats, really, for this map. I don't know any strats. You're still 4-hit kills, so... Honestly, chances are, unless you storm the base... I would say wait for a couple people to gather, and then storm the base with, 4 people. 3 to 4 people. That's my recommendation. Or build a wall, like these people. Creating a kill tunnel like this is most beneficial. So I recommend that. Maybe going to the mid early game would be a good idea, but I don't know. That's my recommendations as far as PvP goes. Just wait till you got a couple people with you before attacking your enemy's base. That's my recommendation. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Adios, nerds.